Good evening. My name is Kwabena. Welcome. I want to share with you briefly on customer service. What you call customer service, or what I call customer service. Every business serves particular customers. A lot of us go through a lot of pressure, stress, difficulties. We go through a lot of pain to open a business, to open a restaurant, to open a shop, to open a microfinance, things that offer services, or things that business that offer services, or render some kind of product to people. We go through that. We usually, business people, entrepreneurs, our focus is on giving a better product, being able to do the things that we do. So our focus usually is on, if maybe I'm selling kinky, I focus more on how I can get all the things together for the customer to come and buy. If I'm selling, say, mobile phones, my focus is to get the best of mobile phones. Look through the market, get a very nice one, make sure the price is good. The things that we think attract customers. Very few people take the burden to also look at what we call customer service, and how you are able to serve your customer so well, so that the customer will keep back, will come back and will keep coming back to you to buy from you, to keep coming to buy the things, the services, the products that you offer. Very few people ever focus on that, especially if it's a first business. If it's maybe if you are the only one in the business, or maybe if you open a shop, your focus is to stock the shop, put people there, get some girl there, let the girl sell for you, or put some product there. And customer service is not usually part of the things that we do from the start. And so you go to a very nice provision shop, go to a very nice restaurant, go to a very nice place in our country, and you can see that they have designed there, they have painted there, they have organized there nicely. But if you look at the behavior of the people who work there, and that not much attention was given to customer service. And if a business is going to do well, it's not so much how well you have designed. If your restaurant business is going to do well, it's not so much how well you have designed the restaurant in terms of how the outlook. Or if your shop is going to do well, it's not so much how well you have designed and painted and decorated the place. Those are important. If your church is going to do well, it's not so much how well you have designed the place and the conditions that you have put there. It gets to a point, it has to be the value that you place on the people that you are rendering the service to, and how well you have thought through, how well you have how organized you are in terms of the services that you are going to give to your clients. And so, do you train your workers in terms of customer service, or you are just the one who just pick anybody, put the person in charge of the business, and then you just keep bringing the stock, doing the production, and that's all there is? Sometimes you go to a very nice office and you look at the receptionist there. Look at their behavior, their dressing, how they talk, sometimes even how they talk on phone, and you know that there is a trouble. The business owner's attention, or the entrepreneur's attention, has not gone to the customer service. His attention has gone to everywhere: how to source the product, how to design the office, how to employ some people there. But the attention has not been on the customer service. Customer service can be one of the best things that you can have as a leverage if you want your business to succeed. How well your people treat the customers that you're giving the product or the service to, how well you have trained them, how well you how regularly you conscientize them, you give them the tools to serve your customers well. If you don't do that well, your business will just be like any other business, and you will not have a lot of leverage, because there are a lot of components that are involved for a business to succeed. And human beings as we are complex. So if you don't have a plan to give the best of service to your customers, then there is a major link that is missing in your business. Customer service is about people, and I am of the thinking that if you have value and you love people, you have respect for people, you will be able to give them the best of service. How you understand the behavior of people. If your ego is high, if you're that kind of person who when people you get angry, you look down upon people, you are not the kind of person who comes down to the level of people, customer service is going to be tough for you to learn. Your attention would only want to just look at the very nice, well-dressed people in your category. Some people have class. But if you're going to build business, money has no class, money has no color, money has no size or age. The money is coming from any human who can come to your place to buy from you. So how well you work with, how well you train yourself as a business person to serve your customers will be a determined factor as to whether your business will succeed or your business will struggle. So you should just make it a decision that you are going to improve your customer service. If you are into any business at all, the way you are going to get ahead is for you to know how to serve your customers better than the other person. If you have that as a tool, if you use that, if you train that, if you consciously do that, your business will do well, because then people will come to buy from you, and they would want to come again, because of the service that you give to your people. Most customers are looking for good service, even though in our culture most people are not used to having good customer service. Usually when you go to some shops or when you go to a lot of places, they behave like you are there to do them, for them to do you a favor. You enter the shop, the guy is looking at you like, why are you here? They will not say hi, and they will not say anything to you. They will be looking at their phone, they will be chewing gum. The problem is not the girls. And sometimes you even meet the managers, the owners of their business, and you see how they treat anybody who enters who they don't know. It shows that they themselves don't know. And if the business owner does not know the customer service, then how much more the people that she or he has employed? It means that customer service is not part of the training at all. And most business owners did not even see themselves as people who would have to train their workers to give a very quality customer service. If you don't design your customer service to attract and retain the customers and keep them coming back to you, your business will struggle, because you're not the only person who would be doing that business. Some people will come on board, and as it is, customer service is an experience, is a culture that you create, is something that you create which is unique to your business. So I go to another shop, the culture, the environment in that shop will be different from the environment in the other shop, even if they are selling the same product, because of the customer service consciousness that the owners of the business have established. So if you're conscious, it can drive sales. It can give you very good sales. And a business without sales, what are you going? If your business is not, if you open restaurants and customers are not coming because of the services that your girls or your boys are giving to them, then your business is going to collapse. If you open a beer bar and your people just talk to the people anyhow, they come there, then you sort them, they don't look at them, they don't dress well, they look anyhow, then you might as well not open the business at all. Just put the money somewhere. Why? Because customer service is very important to the survival of your business. How you treat your customers, so most customers, they are looking for people who are very nice. They don't want to come to your shop and feel like you don't want them there. If I come to your restaurant and your people just serve anyhow, they talk to you like, yes, what do you want? What kind of food do you want? And you ask them any question, they say, but we have it on the menu, look at it. If you talk to me like that, I'm not coming there again. And I'm sure that I'm not the only person. There are a lot of people who would be offended because of how your girls are talking. So you could have a lot of money, you open the restaurant, you have designed the place, you have bought a lot of things nicely, but if your team is not conscious of how they serve the customers, you are losing a major part of the business. And so build a business with good quality customer service as part of the culture. And you would have to demand that from your managers, you have to demand that from your workers, you must demand that even from yourself. That if your customers come to the place of business, they will feel very much comfortable and they will feel like coming back to you again and again and again. It's a thinking. It's something that you just have to decide to do. That my business, I would have to improve the customer service. And what do you call customer service? You, the business owner or the manager in charge of a business, what do you call customer service? Is customer service just when your customers come to just buy from you and they pay you, you say, hey, thank you, and you go away? Or you design something that sticks with the customer. The first time they experience your service, they would want to come back again. That kind of thinking, that kind of experience that you create for a customer will not just happen. It will be a product, or it will be as a result of you having developed a protocol for customer service. It will be a philosophy. It will be a training that you have for all your workers. If you go to any company, if you go to any hotel, if you go to any restaurant, if you go to any TV station, radio station, construction company, if you go to any shop and you see them giving you a very good customer service that you least expected, it means that somebody somewhere has decided to train the people and to establish a culture that gives the best to the customers. It doesn't just happen. So maybe you went to the bus station and you saw these particular buses and how they treat the people who come to benefit from their service. It's not something that just happened, because ordinarily good things don't just happen. I think that bad things can easily happen, but for good things to happen, for excellent things to happen, somebody somewhere should have should have consciously put that in place. And so if you have gone to put money in a business, don't just focus on everything but the customer service. The customer service is most critical. If you leave it, your business will suffer. And the customer service is coming from the kind of training that you have given to your workers. How you yourself, the business owner or the manager or the boss, how you treat your workers is how they are going to treat the people who come to do business with you. And so if you shout at them, if you disrespect them, if you don't treat them anyhow, if you allow them to dress anyhow, talk anyhow, just do their hair anyhow, smell anyhow, the same. If you allow that, or if you do that to them, or if you do that to yourself, it's the same thing that they are going to give to your customers. And then, you see, for business to succeed, it's tough. A lot of components come in place. A lot of things come into place. And most businesses, you go to the cement shop, they talk to you like nothing. You go to the place that they sell cars, they look at you, they look at your up and down, they look at your shoe, and they think that you can buy. You call that company's office, they talk to you on the phone like they are doing you a favor. Why? Because most businesses don't know what they call customer service, what we call customer service. They don't know it at all. They think that just bringing money to pay for that thing is customer service. No, customer service is an experience that you leave on the mind of your customer. That separates your business from the other company. And you would want an experience that is beneficial to you and that is beneficial to your customer. More importantly, you make the experience that the customer cannot forget how they felt when they called your company, how they felt when they came to your shop, how they felt when they came to the place that you do business. The way the people were respectful, the way the people were engaging, the way your team was knowledgeable, the way they engaged them, the way they greeted them. How do you do those things? Those are the most important things that your business should look at. Because most customers actually are not coming there because they like you. You would have to, or because they like you, you would have to create that experience. And as it is now, going to do any business anywhere is more of an experience than just going to buy. So I want to go and buy cocoa from the woman on the street. When I go there, I greet her and I'm looking at her. Is she going to look back to say that, oh, or sometimes they will not even, you will not be the one greeting you. They just say, oh, welcome, how are you? Me who watch it. A way of them building a customer rapport is a way of them letting their customers feel very comfortable. So it's a way that your customers will feel very much comfortable. All of us have gone to do business, have gone to buy something somewhere, have gone to, procure something, and you felt like you didn't want to go there again. Why? Because of the way the people talked before, because of the way the people treated you. So maybe they were not nice, maybe their things were so much expensive, maybe they just didn't look nice. You didn't like their culture, you didn't like the way the people behave. Now, if you didn't like that and you have a business, how would you structure your business culture? Said that when another person comes, they will not find the same thing that you did somewhere that you went. So you train your team to be helpful and to be informative of the things that you sell, of the people who come to buy, that they should show respect to everybody that comes to your place of business. They should be there because you have gone to buy something. They have gone to open a place. They have come to do business. They have come to work. Why would they get up in the morning, come to work, and still behave like the people who came there were not important? They were not needed. And for me, you see it across board everywhere. You go to government agencies, you see the same thing. You go to a lot of places, you even go to religious places, churches, you see the same thing. The people are not treated with respect. They are not made comfortable to come back. They are treated like they need help. The customer, you cannot treat your customer like your customer is your student and you have to help them. No, your customer is somebody who has money, and if they decide not to come, and the other one decides not to come, and the other one decides not to come, you will be out of business. So why would you want to go through all this pain to establish a business, and then you would not want your customer to come and feel comfortable with you? I think that means that your thought pattern itself is wrong. You don't understand what you're doing. You should do everything to make your customer feel that much respected. You should do everything that you can to let every customer that you have, not only those who look like rich, everyone, whether it's a child, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, whether they are foreigners, whether they are, your own country people, whoever they are, let them feel respected, let them feel appreciated, let them feel welcome. You have to establish that, and your team or your sales team, whoever represents your company, with respect to who engages, your customers, they should make your customers feel that much comfortable. And you, the business owner, you, the manager, should insist that. And anytime you see something that is not right, you should correct it right there, because your customers are the most important as far as your business is concerned. If nobody is buying from you, you have no business at all. You have no business at all. And they're always looking for people who are nice. Never. They are looking for people who know the product, the services that you're rendering. They are looking for people who are welcoming, people who are sincere. Your customer service is also hinged on sincerity. You're selling something, if it's inferior and the price is cut down, you should let them know that this is not as quality as this. You don't want to take the intelligence of your customers for granted. You want to come out as honest as possible. You want to come out to your customers as respectful as you are. Establish that. Let the customers come and feel like, this place, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So you have a hotel, the people come there. It's not just those who are coming the first time that you have to treat nicely. Those who are also coming, who have been coming, they should always. The reason that they have been coming is because you're doing something right. That's why they're coming. It could be your price, it could be the way your people, and price and everything is also geared towards customer service actually. But the way your people make them feel when they come there, the quality of services that you're giving to your customers, you should not compromise on it. You should make your customers feel always appreciated. Communicate with your customers. Let them know the time that your business opens. Let them know the time that your business closes. If you have to do some things on telephone, let your telephone line be open. You should not be the ones calling your telephone line 10 times and nobody is calling back. That's a bad customer service. And any other thing that you use to interact with your customers, if they send message on WhatsApp, reply them as quickly. Don't say that it's late. Why don't they know that it's late? No, you put your number there. You didn't put a time that they should call you. So it should be 24 hours. Once you see or somebody who is in charge, you should communicate with your customer. If it's an email, you should not put them on hold. Send them back. Let them know that you are engaging. You want to be responsive. Let them know that you are there to give a very good service. And if your customer if you render service to your customer and there was a problem, handle them as professionally as you can. If there is a complaint, handle them. If they are not happy, give them respect and solve it with them. If they brought if they are asking for some product that you don't have in stock, have a way of communicating with them and give them assurance. And if you have to find it for them, you have to find it for them. If they came and they came to buy something and there has to be some repairs or services, just do it as you promised to do it. These things, they send the name of your business outside. They spread the name. So a lot of people focus on just branding and marketing and packaging. Yes, those are good. But what speaks more to your customer is how you interacted with them. You have done a very good packaging, but when they open it, what is in it? The experience that you give to your customer is what makes them come back. It's not just the design box or the package of the food, but how did you order the food? How did they? What was the process? How did they offer the food? Order the food? How prompt were you? How excellent were you? Were you on time? Did you say that you delivered the food in 20 minutes and how long did it take? And if there is a promise that you didn't keep, are you going to communicate with your customer or you just don't care? So customer service is everything. People don't study those, they are studying all the other things but the customer service. If you promise them to deliver that on time. And let your customer know that they are important to you. And let them know that you are there to give them very good service. Understand the problems that your customers go through in terms of the product that you're offering them, in terms of the services, that if there is any inconvenience and they may complain, listen to them, and always make sure that you have some bit of solution for your customer, and never let any customer leave your business out of anger, except those who don't pay. If they don't pay, then there's no need to keep them there. But if they pay you, do everything to keep customers. You don't have to do business with one person and then they don't come back to you, go to another person, they don't come back to you. No, if you have done 100 businesses with 100 people, at least you should get about 60-70% coming. Real ordering is a sign of good customer service and good product, maybe. So you should be doing business and you should be getting reorder or getting people coming back to you to buy from you and to share the experience with you. So whatever business that you're doing, make sure that you keep customer service at a very high level. And the customers, the expectations are they want prompt service, they want value for their money. most customers don't want to spend so much for something that is as as cheap as the one on the street, and they want to know if they buy from you or you do business with them and something goes wrong, can they return or can it be replaced? They want to know that, and usually they want to know, they want to interact with the interface that you have, the managers that you have, the agents or the salespeople that you have. Do they know what they are saying? They want to be interacting with people who are knowledgeable of the product that you are offering. So your customers are very much important. So there's no point trying to start a business and you do everything right, but the people who come to buy or who come to procure your services, you don't even pay attention to them at all. And it happens, people spend a lot of money to build hotels, and you go there and the people don't care. They build shops and you go there and the girls don't even care. They are not conscious that somebody has even entered the place. People build all kind of things and say that they are doing business, and the people that they put there to sell are not trained in terms of customer service. It's not good. You should train your people. You should give them the best of skill, and if you don't know much, go and learn and share with them. Go and learn and share with them, because without a good customer service, you don't have a business. Your business will collapse, and it will not be demonic. It will not be a demon who would have closed your business. It's just that there are basic things that you didn't know. Customer service. It's customer service. Most people give up on business because business is tough. You had money, you went to open a hotel, or you want to open a student hostel, and you were the one handling the pipe and handling the electricity and making sure there's safety. That's good, but make sure you do those exceptionally well, so that the other person who is offering the same service could hardly compete with you. And human beings, as they are, human beings want to be understood, want to be respected, want to be heard, and they don't want to be cheated. These are human character. If you do that in your business, you will succeed. But the main thing is that you have to consciously know that I'm going to render very good customer service, and I'm going to use it as a unique advantage for my business. And so the people that you have who are with you, train them to at least give that sense of respect and agency to what we call customer service. It's so much important. There's no way for you to open a salon and people come there and your guests don't even smile. They don't smile. The customer would have to go down to relate to them. You are doing a bad job if your business is like that. You should be able to raise the confidence of your guests to be very much, servicing, so to say. Come down and let people feel comfortable. That's the essence of customer service. You let your customers feel. You go to a bank and you see the way they serve. It's like they're doing you a favor. Most of the banks, it's like they're doing you a favor. They talk to the customers anyhow. You can be in the bank for 2 hours, 3 hours, and no manager is coming to explain anything to you. And they wear their suit and tie. Customer service is to make sure your customers are served and served very well. So what do you call customer service? What is your respect? How much important are people to you? What is that? It comes from love for people. Customer service, actually. If you like what you're doing, you serve people well. And even if there's a systemic failure, you will be able to communicate with your customers to say that we have an issue and we can solve it, so please bear with us. But sometimes you can go to some of these institutions, telecommunication companies, even fuel station. The girls, they don't, or the boys there, they don't care. And they talk anyhow. They don't even know how to say yes or please. You teach your people to do that. To say yes, to say please, say thank you, welcome, hello, good morning. Those little things help you to succeed in your customer service. And if you're succeeding in your customer service, it's likely that you're succeeding in your sales, in how the revenue comes into your business. So don't just put money in anything and just leave anybody there. Is one of the most dangerous things, to just open a place and just put anybody there and think that they will do the right thing. No, you have to have a training for them. Train them how to talk to people, train them how to be welcoming, train them how to be respectful, train them how to sell to your people. You know, how about nurses, landlords? The landlords, they are the lord. You know, they treat the people anyhow. Nurses, they don't care, because nurses, teachers, they are all doing service to a lot of the things that a lot of the people that come for. Even the president must have customer service for his people. You know, customer service they just come out of your heart for the people. And so if you don't have the right heart to serve people, then don't go into the services, so to say. Maybe go and just be a place where you don't talk to any human being at all. But if you're doing something that has to do with human interaction and it's a business, you must have sense of respect, sense of promptness. You know, you would want to make people feel that if they had an experience with your company, they would not want to go to another company at all. So it's a conscious decision that you have to make, and it's not only you, but everybody that has to represent the company. And if you can't do that, why open that shop? If you can't do that, why open that salon? If you can't do that, why open that hospital? You know, and professors and teachers, and you know, if somebody is renting from you, that person is giving you money for a service that you are rendering. How well do you do that? Are you a good customer service landlord? Are you sure that they will be very much happy, and they will not, if there is a least chance that they have, do you think that they will not opt out of your property, or they will stay with you because of the way you treat them? Because humans would want to be treated with respect. They want the same kind of treatment that you think you deserve. You know, so your whatever position that you have, if you serve people, you would want to serve them with respect, with dignity, with character, with honesty, with sense of agency. You know, you make it a special experience for them. You build rapport with your customers. Let your customer come, and they want to come back the next day, and they want to come back the next day, and they want to come back the next day. Why? Because of something that which you are doing, which is so good. So most of these outlets that you see in town, just smile, greet your customers. Hello, you're welcome. How are you doing? Those basic little things that you would want somebody to do for you, let it be part of your business culture. Let it be part of that. And if you're the owner and you have people working with you, demand that. Let them give them respect. And they should not be serving people who are looking for a tip. That's not the reason that you are there to work. You are there to work well. And if they give you something, maybe that's an extra thing. But that should not be the focus. Because sometimes when you go somewhere, the only reason that they are smiling is because they think they will get tip. And if you are the kind of customer who doesn't give, tip, next time you come, they don't want to look at your face, because it means that you're stingy. No, it means that they have also not been taught customer service well. So your business is going to thrive if you take customer service very seriously. If your business is failing, maybe you would want to look at how you serve your customers, and how well you serve them, and what you call customer service. What do you call it? And so high quality service is the kind of service that meets, or they meet, or they sometimes exceed what your customer expected. And most people, when they go to some of these places that they render services, they least expect much from the people, because they are used to bad customer service, so hardly would they want to place much expectation on them. But you would want your customer to be coming back to you every day, and you would want to have some kind of relationship with your customers. And so design that properly. It doesn't just happen. It's a decision that you have to make, and you have to make so that you build very good relationship with your customers, whoever that you do business with. Don't let them come and beg you for quality service. Don't let them come and beg you for you to be prompt. Don't let them come and beg you for you to be nice. No. If you do, you decide that, so that it means that when you're even employing people to represent your company or work with you, you look for that. You cannot just put anybody there. If they don't smile, there's no way. You have to put somebody who is always, the face is always moody. You don't need to put somebody like that. You put somebody who is lively in a place where they are dealing with humans. So you would want to meet a lot of the desires of your customers, and most of them would want the customer experience to be enjoyable. That's all. They want to come to your place, they want to come to your business, and they want to meet people who are nice, and they want a very good customer, very good service. If they brought something there to be worked on, they want it to be worked on well, and they don't expect you to be cheating them, and they don't expect to be paying so much for a service that is that cheap somewhere. So you don't want to dupe your customers. You want to be very sincere with them, and the best ways is also to make sure that the kind of treatment that you're giving to your customers is the same kind of treatment the kind of treatment that you're giving to your team is obviously the same kind of treatment that your team is going to give to your customers. And always know that every woman who enters your place of business has a potential to buy from you, even if not today. So if they look nice or they look ugly, it doesn't matter. Once they look like human beings, you have to give them that kind of treatment, that kind of respect. Don't let your team come to work with that prejudice where they segregate who they think who has money. Everybody who enters your business potentially has some money that they want to spend on your business. And so you would want to tell them that if anybody comes here, make sure you give them the best of treatment, and never get fed up with somebody who is just coming to inquire about the products, ask prices. Don't worry, just give them the right thing. When somebody is asking how much is this, your people should not tell them, but don't you see that we have written the price there? No, that's not the kind of training that you want to give to your team. And if you see that, correct that right there, sometimes in front of the customer, so that they know that somebody is not happy with that kind of service. So that it's not, but we have written it, show me the menu, where is the food? But you don't see the price there. What do you want? No, it means that they've not been trained. And the problem is that I think most business people are not conscious of it. And so when this business is struggling, then they are going for prayers. There are basic things that you're not doing rightly. That's why maybe the business is struggling, And if you're into services, your best advantage is a very good customer service. Very good customer service. If you're selling electricity, you're selling mobile phone, you're selling MTN credit, you are in a bank, you are in a restaurant, you're in a sport, you are in a hotel business, you're renting, you are even a nurse in a public, health center. The people who come there, they are the most precious element. Give them the best. Give them the best. Sometimes when you're giving them the best, somebody somewhere will be looking at you. And when your customer is even angry, that's not the time to fight with your customer. Your professional training requires that when your customer is angry, that's the time for you to pull out your professionalism and let them understand that you are there to help them and you're not there to fight with them. But sometimes you can get people go to a place and you see the customer agents or the sales agents talking back and insulting the customer, and nobody will say anything. Sometimes they may not insult, but they talk undertone, and that is disrespectfulness. You don't want to show any disrespectfulness to your customers. You don't want to do that, and never entertain anything of that sort from any of your workers. They should not disrespect your customers, even if the customer was wrong. If the customer was even insulting, if the customer was shouting, they're shouting because they feel like you have duped them or they have disrespected them. If you're genuine people, most people will not come to the place of your business to just shout. No. And if you give promise, call them back if you can meet it. Let them understand why you can meet it. These are the things that you just have to learn. And if you're conscious of good customer service, it will become part of your culture. And that is something that will stay with your business for a very long time. And you should have a plan where every now and then you train the team on how to give good customer service. You train your team. If it's a one-man team, train it. If it's only yourself, train yourself. Make sure that you are building a culture which is excellent in terms of customer service. Make sure you build that. And sometimes it's not just you have a business. Sometimes you work with another company. If you're going to get ahead, determined to give the best of service to your customers. Anybody who comes to you, if you give them promise, keep it. If you give them this time that I'm going to talk to you, you call that. If they call you for some information and you have to call back, note it down. Call back as you said you call back. Let people know that you take your work seriously. You are excellent at what you do. You're not the one trying to trick people and try to lie to people, because most businesses don't do this. Which means that if your business starts to do this and treat people well, your business will have a very big leverage, very big advantage. You'll succeed because you're just doing the best for people. And once you decide to do the best, give the best of service to people, they spread. They start to, when your customers come and they are smiling, they are very happy to see your salespeople or to see the manager. It means that your business, you have actually designed a business that is very sensitive to good customer service. All the technologies will come, all the technologies will go, but the human factor is what keeps business. The human factor, the human being, how complex the human being is, and how well you serve them will get your business to do well, no matter the situation. Sometimes it could be a bad economy, it could be bad finances, but if your people know how to serve, they will serve. If your people know how to serve, they will get orders. If your people know how to serve, they will do well. So sometimes you go to some of these garages, you want to buy a car, you see the guys, the way they talk. Maybe you just jump out of the trotro, they think that you don't have money. If your people think like that, that's a bad customer service. The moment somebody has come to ask anything that you're selling, just tell them. Just tell them. You don't know where they're taking that information to. Just give them respect and don't shout on your customers. Train your people not to shout on your customers. Train them to give them dignity. Give them respect. So if you even have a church, and you should know that your church, the customers are the members. Don't treat them like they're nothing. Don't just pack them there and just talk to them. A lot of these young boys who have started churches, treat the people with respect. Treat them with dignity. Don't take them for granted. Never take any human being for granted. Never. If you want to get ahead in life, don't take people for granted. And if you have a business, make sure that you do the best for the best of your customers. So my name is Kwabena. I am talking about good customer service, what you call customer service. Most people with fragile ego are not good with good service, because they feel like if they are giving somebody very good service, it means that they have lowered themselves. No, customer service is a product of good-heartedness. You think that people deserve the best of service, and therefore you give it to them. And you want to be very honest to your customers. You want to be very credible to your customers. You want to just be straightforward with your customers. You're not the one tricking them and lying to them. You build a culture that is people-centered, and you create experiences in your business where people come and they feel like these people treasure people. They know what they're doing. They know what their product is about. They know what their service is about. They know what exactly it is. And if there's a problem and they call you, you're prompt to solve it. That's a good customer service. And people would want to pay premium for good customer service. Nobody wants to pay good money for bad customer service. You went to the hotel, they were not nice, they had not cleaned there, nothing, they talk to you anyhow. You don't want to pay them anything. You would want to pay the ones that are very professional. They know what they're doing. So thank you very much for watching, and make sure that your business has that good customer service. If you don't have it, sit down and develop it. Let it suit your business, let it suit your position, and you see that from that point you start to succeed. If you're a nurse, if you're a landlord, if you're whatever you do, the people who benefit from the services that you're doing, let them feel appreciated, let them feel respected, let them feel that they matter, and you need them for the business to grow. And anytime they come, let them not forget the kind of experience that they get from you, and that a lot of companies will struggle to give the same kind of experience, which is so good, which is so excellent, which is so prompt. So thank you very much.